This is the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Trap comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well hang yourself. This is also where you can turn yourself into dope and you become the real man. Whoa, yeah.
First I hit him, and then I let him. Then I remix, rewind, then I wet him. Welcome to the trap. Welcome to the trap.
What's up? Okay. Welcome to another exciting edition of the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. First up top, we want to remind you to press the like button and subscribe to the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. A little subscribe button is red. You press it and you're in, because it's free to press the button. And everybody knows me that if it's damn near free, it's for me. Now, we got a guest on the panel today, a comedian, young and upcoming comedian from the South. She's from the South. Florence, you said Florence, Alabama?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I never even heard of that, so that got to be South than a motherfucker.
We just hear of Florence Avenue in South Los Angeles.
Right, that's about as south as we get with Florence and shit. And her name is Caramel Gray. Where'd you get that name? Because that sounds like an old ass candy.
You know what? It ain't no candy, but I am good to eat on. I'm just saying. No, my ex-husband told me when he met me, my skin reminded him of caramel. Mm-hmm. And I kept going on stage and they was saying my name like I was a stripper, so I said I got to come up with me a last name. Mm-hmm. I ain't no
so why'd you come up with the gray instead of Caramel Brown? You come up with the gray.
Well, my married name was White, mm-hmm. and I didn't want to use his name. I'm unlike Tina. I didn't want your name, mm-hmm. so I was like Gray, but spell it different.
Was that in a high moment? Were you high when you came up with that name? Because that's very creative.
Well, actually, it was like a collaboration of people at my job. We came up with it together. I can't steal that.
That's cool.
Yep.
See, it's amazing what people could do when they put their minds together at Popeyes, ain't it?
Yeah, well, her last name was White.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So she figured, okay, well, I'm black, so black and white make gray.
Yeah.
Y'all smoking on the same shit. Yeah. So
it reminded me of Lord of the Rings. Gandalf the Grey.
Yeah.
I like that.
Now, one thing that's interesting about this young lady, she has a cartoon. She's part of a cartoon that's it's on YouTube or World Star. What is it?
YouTube.
Okay, what's the name of it?
It's called The Blunt Heads.
Right. And that kind of perfect works out because it works full circle because you came up with your name on a blunt and now you're in a cartoon called The Blunt Heads.
I like the way that
works.
works.
You see how the karma it works?
Awesome.
Yeah, so are you one of the characters?
I am.
What does your character look like? Is it a full blunt or does yours look like a zigzag?
She's a blunt.
She's a blunt.
She has.
That was funny. She's a blunt.
She's a blunt, and she has pink and gray blonde weave, and she wears crop tops as I do.
So she's like a bubblegum flavored blunt, like.
I don't know. She's just a
bubblegum flavored white owl.
You know what? I don't know. They haven't came up with the different tastes and flavors, but Keisha is a blunt, and
a blunt named Keisha.
Yes, honey.
So she's like the Nicki Minaj of the group.
Smoking on that Keisha.
I ain't smoking on myself.
Well, we don't encourage that. We don't never encourage self-smoking.
Don't get high.
Then we also have Ghetto Googler, Farouk, is here with us once again. And we have Packet, which you guys will hear from him extensively in the last 15 minutes of the show with Packet's Sports Corner. We're going to see what he's talking about with these sports and see what his predictions from last week brought forth in fruition. Let's see if he was accurate or he's just another sports motherfucker up here.
I don't want to talk about last week.
Okay.
Let's move on to.
He's keeping it real.
No, we're going to talk about it, man. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah, we're going to get to that. Now, it's a lot of things been happening in the news lately. First of all, we want to send all our condolences out to the hurricane victims and everybody who's out there in Florida and Texas and everything and some of those states in between, to get out of the way, you know what I'm saying, and try to, some people be stubborn, I'm not leaving. Get your ass the fuck up out of there, you know what I'm saying? Quit being stubborn and shit, and don't drown. Just get your ass up out of the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Because, a hard head make a wet behind is what I'm trying to tell you. baby. So get your ass out of harm's
A soggy ass.
Yeah, soggy ass, man. It is not good. We want y'all to live, you know what I'm saying? Fuck that population control. They can only control the population if your stubborn ass refuse to get your ass out the motherfucking house and fill it up full of goddamn water. You know what I'm saying? Now, do you have any relatives in the South that was affected by the hurricane?
No, not so far.
Not so far.
That's
a beauty. That's a blessing.
Good. Yes.
Anybody have any relatives that's dealing with it? No.
No.
Okay, well, that's cool. That's our hearts go out to them. Yeah.
My family's, they have a little bit of brains about them. We had one family there, and we sent for them, and they came
immediately.
Yes, they're at the house.
Well, I got news for you. It's going to be hell trying to get rid of them. I'll tell you that. Yeah,
squatter.
Yeah,
I got people in them spots, but by the thanks and grace of God, man, they just got a little rain or whatever.
How long they been living with you?
Days.
Have you noticed?
3 days,
have you noticed?
3-4 days.
Have you noticed any differences? Like your toilet paper is disappearing a lot faster.
No, it's women in my household, so toilet paper goes like it ain't nobody's business.
Like lightning anyway.
I buy five packages of toilet paper with 9 rolls in it, and 2 days later,
rolls.
What kind, if you don't mind me asking?
Not Charmin. It starts with a C. Like that's why I guess
Cutie?
it's
You want to say cutie?
A Walgreens. No, that stuff is like paper. You might as well wipe your own hand with.
Ain't nothing cute about it.
Yeah, not at all.
Try Scott's. It's really good. It's big and it lasts.
Yeah, and it'll lighten you up. It'll lighten your skin tone. Like if you too dark, you wipe your ass with that Scotch, it'll wipe shades off your ass.
You got 5 women in the house. I don't know. That stuff go.
Yeah.
It works.
Go.
Or
Angel's a good cheap brand too. Angel
Soft.
Yeah,
But
it's soft on the ass and it's light on your pocket.
You need something that's gonna last. I'm the baby of 8 girls, so I know.
Did y'all use from Alabama? So y'all made your own toilet paper, didn't you?
See, there you go. Now my mama was bougie. No.
They didn't live in the sticks where they used corn on the cob.
That's so wrong.
So in Florence, Alabama, that's like a bougie part of the South?
No, but my mother she made stuff, but she didn't make that kind of stuff. She did preserves and she baked and canned and stuff like that. So
do you find it different is a different type of lifestyle living in Los Angeles now coming from the South?
Absolutely.
Do you find people in LA are more lazier?
No, but your guys are not nice. I say hi and I speak and I don't want anything. I'm just saying hi because we gave eye contact. And some girls and women, they look at me like I'm crazy.
What street was you on? Because if you was on Figueroa,
that's matter what street. If someone salutates you, you just say hi. Just say
certain places, certain places might think you the feds or
the.
Do I look like a fed?
Well, you know what? They come in all shapes and colors.
He said,
They do.
Depending on what street you're on, you can end up in the back of a van.
They might think you're a social worker, a Section 8 worker. So depending upon where you at, they don't know who is this bitch here for? We don't know you.
Shit, I thought you was from the state board when you walked up today. I was like, shit. And hide my fucking clippers. This motherfucker coming up here. Fuck that shit.
Hilarious.
You goddamn right. Until you said something, I was like, oh shit, she ain't from the state board. You know. Now, the next thing we was going to talk about today is going to talk about some tragedy that happened in Chicago, and we also want to see what's really going on with how many people and why are they really trying to boycott the NFL. Now, you guys have anybody around you that's really serious about boycotting the NFL?
You guys have someone really serious about boycotting NFL?
Who?
My ass.
Somebody who couldn't give a fuck about football in the first place.
I love football. Don't do that.
You have a team?
I'm from Alabama. Roll Tide. That's what we do. We win.
Oh, okay. So
come on, Nick Saban.
So you haven't
tell him about himself.
What?
You haven't boycotted college football, but you just
absolutely not. I would never do that.
So what is your perspective? What perspective are you coming from as far as your reason for boycotting the NFL?
As a black woman coming from Alabama, I know what that get in your place is. I know what that is. I know how teachers made me feel as a little black girl, creative, not learning disability. So I like the way he stands. I like the fact that he stood for something that he believes in. So I'm going to stand for it. And I love football. I'm missing the hell out of football.
So your perspective is basically you're behind it because you're trying to support the brother in his efforts.
Absolutely.
Okay, because what's very important to me is it seems as if to me, now I could be wrong, that a lot of people tend to act like this shit wasn't happening before he took us down. And
absolutely not. But just like Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks wasn't the first time people said no and got to beat the shit out of them. And
she was just tired and refused to get her ass up because her feet was hurting.
And she didn't have a transfer.
That and she had, it's not who you know, it's not what you know, it's who you know. She knew Martin Luther, the King.
Yeah.
And all she did to make a phone call. And it was on
And she explained to him that, look, my goddamn feet was hurting, and this white bitch tried to make me get up, and I did not want to get up. And next thing I know, they done hit me in the back of my goddamn head with a billy club, and I'm waking up fingerprinted at the damn police station.
So
That's
look.
exactly how
So
it
now
happened,
that's a good point and a good perspective you coming from, because you're saying you're doing it because you're supporting him, not because of any kind of extra personal shit like that. So are you boycotting the NFL?
Hell no, I'm not boycotting the NFL.
And why are you not boycotting the NFL?
You know what? The boycott that I'm doing is I'm not buying any new NFL gear, and that hurts me.
Well, you ain't bought a new Panther hat, nigga, since, 5 years ago?
No. I have 1,000 Panther hats. You don't have to worry about that. Every show you'll see a new one.
I love that.
But every
The swap meet ain't got that much new shit, nigga, so.
Oh, no. My stuff
Ain't
comes
even
straight from
played
the
1,000
NFL.
damn games.
My stuff comes straight from the NFL, man.
Okay.
But I spend like $600-700 on the brand new draft fitters every time they come out. That's the best way you can protest, is not buying any
So
gear.
you haven't.
Pocket. Should have been the pocket.
So from your perspective is you still watch, but you don't participate with the monetary support of the NFL.
Yes, because I want Kaepernick to get a job. But at the same point, I'm not anal with it, because
The
I
question
think
is, does Kaepernick give a fuck about your employment?
Kaepernick is watching football. That's why I don't understand what's wrong with everybody else. Not one black player is not playing, but everybody's talking about they boycotting.
But their numbers are going down, so they're being yes, they are.
Let me explain something to you. There's a thing called the census. If your family's a part of the census on TV, then you're affecting the NFL. But if you're just the average black man out there watching TV and you're not part of the census and you're not watching, don't nobody give a fuck.
Did you see the findings though?
What findings?
The findings that the ratings went down.
All right. The ratings did go down some because some of the census are backing it. But if you understand this, do you know that he was about to get a job and his girlfriend sent out a tweet, and that's the reason why he didn't get a job?
I do know.
So you think I'm about to stop watching the NFL because his girlfriend, employer's about to employ her husband or boyfriend, and she sends out a racist tweet about the guy trying to help him get a job, and now he doesn't have a job, and you're talking about you're boycotting because he didn't get a job because his girlfriend tweeted out a nasty tweet to the NFL.
That girlfriend had nothing to do with him.
So you saying if his girlfriend wouldn't have put out the nasty tweet, he would have accepted the job and the boycott would be over?
And she said she had nothing to do with him.
She had something to do with him, of course, but I'm saying, as far as him taking a stand by himself,
no,
it had nothing to do with him and her. They wasn't standing together. I'm
love
standing for him. I'm standing for him. What she did, that's their business. I don't care about that. I'm sorry.
But,
now,
would she affected him getting the job?
Yeah, would you if you was married, or if your man was in the NFL, would you be in his business about his contracts and shit, or would you kick back by the pool and relax?
First of all, I'm just imagining that shit. If you don't mind, let me just ponder.
Well, why are you pondering?
Yeah, of course I would. I'm gonna sit my ass over there.
Shut the fuck up.
Yes, but hey, we ain't talking about me.
The whole NFL is like a big, giant, modern day plantation.
Absolutely.
Okay, if you're an athlete, I mean, you just think about the Columbine. They weighing you, they measuring you, they want to see how fast you run, they want to see how strong you are. That's the same thing they did to men in slavery.
Oh, you talking about the combine?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is this, man. I mean, you're an athlete, you love the game, I understand that, man. Play the game, okay? When you sign up and you sign the contract and they give you this $1 million, they give you that money to not only represent your team and display your talent, but you represent the whole corporation of the NFL. So my whole thing is, peace to Kaepernick. I love your stance and what you did.
Me too.
But me personally, I think you chose the wrong platform. Okay, because if you felt that strongly, why'd you put your fucking uniform on?
Now that's one thing that's a very interesting.
You showed up for work in your work uniform.
That's a very interesting point because I see a lot of these cats. You know what I'm saying? Because they let you know what you're getting into before you sign all this shit. What you should do, what you shouldn't do, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So when you use your job and your position, which is, it's a privilege to work and to really just play and get paid.
Absolutely.
You use that for some kind of political format. You going against the goddamn grain. Now,
and nobody wants that attention.
Right.
Because if you're a franchise now, the IRS government might be auditing you and you ain't got your shit right. You might have a mistress. You might have some other shit going on. And based upon this one individual, now the spotlight is on you. And that's unwanted attention.
See, take this for example. OJ waited till he was retired to kill a motherfucker. He didn't do it while he was on the motherfucking clock. So look, we'll be right back. We're going to commercial on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. If you have anything to say, call in and chime in at 323-293-3375. 323-293-3375. And the first person that calls gets to stump the Googler. So give us a call and we'll be right back after these messages. All right. We back with the Kaepernick saga.
Yeah.
Now that's put a lot of people in the mix right now. Got people on odds. They don't know what they want to do. But I'm just going to tell y'all how I feel from my perspective. And a lot of you listeners out there who's been listening since we first started can probably predict the way I feel about it because I really don't give a fuck. Because this is how I feel. I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. Cheesehead like a motherfucker. And as we see in these days and times, it's not easy being cheesy. You know what I'm saying? Now, I could give a fuck less who's boycotting it and all of that shit. Football is my pastime. When I go home, I can sit down and watch that shit and my team win, kick the other people's asses like the Panthers and people, Cowboys and all these little sucker-ass motherfuckers. If they want to boycott, they go ahead and boycott.
Stick that in there, huh?
Yeah, I mean, whatever gets...
right next to you, that, right?
Yeah, whatever gets us to the goddamn playoffs is in the championship. membership is all right with me. And the point I'm trying to make here with the point that I really don't give a fuck is a lot of people need to take personal stock in the inventory of themselves and what they care about and leave the misdirection out of the business. You know, a lot of people want to talk about Kaepernick. They want to talk about population control. When it comes down to the hurricane, they say, well, you know, the government got that HARP, the machine that control the weather. You know, they got that. They putting that down. Then
the wrestler, the wrestler exposed that.
I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm just saying with people, they focusing
on sidetracked with shit that don't apply to them.
Shit that don't apply to you. Oh, you know, the Illuminati do it. What the Illuminati came in your house and did a goddamn thing to you? Illuminati ain't did shit. It ain't rained on your block, nigga, in 17 motherfucking years. So you don't play football. Shut the fuck up. Care about your family and your goddamn bills and what it's going to take for you to keep your rent and your lights on and all that shit. If you focus on that, then you will understand exactly why Mad Marv don't give a fuck about shit that I should give a fuck about.
And there's something that you can learn from that, right? Yeah. Like, if you could get people and go around to get people to protest football, right? Why can't we get black women to protest these fucked up reality TV shows, which is white on, all the producers are white, and they're exploiting the shit out of black women, or when black women don't realize that all the makeup manufacturers don't give a fuck about your black ass,
right?
And they're racist white people too. But you not go gloss your lips with no goddamn MAC lip gloss because the bitch you made it don't like your black ass. You still want your lips to be shiny.
You gotta make sure you touch everybody. They don't give a fuck about their black ass, and they don't give a fuck about their beige ass either.
That's true.
And that's the whole thing, is you gotta understand, focus on the right things and leave the misdirection alone. See, certain things you ain't got to be a scholar. You don't have to be
a brain surgeon,
a political science major to know certain things ain't for you and ain't your goddamn business. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see Marv. You don't see Marv out there surfing. So 11 out of 10, you'll never see Marv in the news about getting ate by a goddamn shark.
Thank you.
You'll never see that because Marv don't fuck around like that.
They pushed it.
But Procter & Gamble, right? Procter & Gamble is an atheist. And he don't give a fuck about.
Is that one person?
Really?
Procter & Gamble, is that two people?
But I don't see nobody saying they not finna use no Tide or no Dove to wash their ass. Wow. They not finna use no Degree deodorant to keep their ass from musty. They not finna use no Listerine and no toothpaste to keep their fucking breath fresh just because a person who make it don't like them.
Right. So the thing is the mixed direction. If once you start on that slippery slope we call protesting and being, as they call, a goddamn activist, then where does it stop? So my thing is, and this goes out to all the so-called activists out there, we don't need no goddamn activists.
We seen something today about the liquor store.
What we need is what I call pro-activists. You know what I'm saying? Stop all that goddamn shit talking and do some real active shit. Get active with the business. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't like the way the NFL is treating niggas, you know what I'm saying? When you at home with you fathers out there, when you think about leaving this woman because she talking too much shit and she got your baby, then understand that it ain't about you and the girl no more. It's about you raising that kid so he don't have to go to the NFL and boycott and be treated like a fucking slave. Stay there and handle your motherfucking business so then he can grow up to have his own motherfucking business, do his own shit, answer to his own whims, ideas or whatever, stay his ass out the water and not get bit by sharks. See, it starts at the fucking home. You can't get mad at shit at once it hit the aftermath. We have to understand about meditative and precautionary measures to take care of situations to eliminate them before they even get to that level. Would you agree?
I agree totally, man. See, this is my thing, man. If these white folks wasn't paying your ass all this money, what would you mean to them? Now, because they paying you a piece of their fucking property, man. Why don't you understand that they are paying you? Okay, so my thing is, every team owner in sports, period, are rich Jewish men, okay, when you go down the line. So if you want to stand up and respect me as a man, be a man and quit fucking running up a goddamn field for another man or jumping baskets and entertaining for another person that's making billions off the billions
and then get mad at this motherfucker because he told you what to wear when you ran up and down the goddamn court. Now, Caramel, this is for because we love to have a real strong black female presence on the lounge, because
so nice.
some of our people that watch, the viewers and stuff, they leave comments. They was like, "Oh shit, what's up with the sausage party and shit?" I didn't even know what the fuck a sausage party was, but I later on found out that I'm saying, we need some titties up this motherfucker. We need a women's.
Well, I don't have much, but I got.
But we gonna ask you some questions that's very.
I am.
And can you be honest with us? Can you be give us the real perspective from a woman's point of view?
Absolutely.
All right, now this is one of the questions I've been wanting to know for years. Why is it you ever been in a relationship with a man?
Of course.
Okay, now and we gotta ask.
The times have changed, Farouk.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't just assume anything.
She got kids though.
That's
shit.
This is my first time meeting. I don't know if she had kids.
Caitlyn Jenner got kids,
and he was in a
Okay,
relationship to produce
listen.
this
so here's the
kid.
question. I'm gonna give you the question though. The question is this: when you're in a relationship and your man tells you some real pertinent, helpful, beneficial information for your progression and development, why is it that you'll totally ignore that shit simply because he said it, and then later down the line, somebody at the church or the laundromat or a club might tell you the same thing he said to you, and then you come back to that man and with the same shit he done told you as if it's brand new to you because you done heard it in the club or whatever.
Well, I don't put myself in the same category with many black women.
Has that ever happened? Has that situation ever happened to you?
I listen to my man. If I'm in a relationship with him, I'm in there because I think I'm choosing right. First of all, so if he has displayed himself to be a leader, I don't mind following him.
All right. So see, now that's
rare form.
I was created to follow.
Now I believe in that because this is what it tends to shift my mind to geography and culture. Like, because you said you from Alabama and I've noticed that a lot of women that's raised that way and raised from those areas, they have a tendency to understand their position and how, not only their position, but how to recognize the position of their mate that they choose. Now, when you get in L.A., like Farouk always tell a lot of women out here to really do self-checks on their piss-poor choices. You want to complain about something, yet you chose that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know the job was dangerous when you took it. So,
like that.
So that goes back.
Can't have a thug and a gentleman at the same time.
Right. That goes back to the same thing we were saying is like, when you join the NFL, you know the job is dangerous, you took it. Don't switch up midway. So let me ask you, from your upbringing, did you have a mother and father in the household at the same time, or you was raised by a single parent or something?
I was raised with two parents until my father passed. Mm-hmm. But my mother was very domineering. My daddy passed away when I was 7.
She had a cold, when you say domineering, because some people out there didn't learn that word, does that mean she had a cold-ass mouth on her?
She was just strong.
A shit talker?
She was just strong, and she took charge. And so it's like if you in a home, my mother and dad, I saw they were like wherever she did good at, if she was wherever she was her strengths were,
right.
They pulled from that, and wherever he was, and they did like that. It wasn't that's your job. They did like she cooked. And he would clean sometimes. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's a give and take.
They complimented one another.
That's the thing. Now, see, that's so important. Like, to me, talking to a black woman about this that really kind of understands, you can relate to it, I feel sort of like I'm in a goddamn dream. Because, look, to get a black woman out here in L.A. to respond, that we would have to have a pistol to her head, or it would have to be a dream. Wouldn't you say, Farouk?
No, not really, man. I just think that some men are poor choosers and women also. I mean, they find a hole in the corner, put on the white wedding dress. They liked it, so they put a ring on it. So now they want to coerce her to live a square life, but she's not that type of person.
So you're saying, Farouk, when most guys in L.A., or the average guy, sucker, let's just put him in the sucker category, he might go to a strip club and see the girl half naked, and what he's really seeing is how he thinks she would look in a wedding dress and around the house.
Okay.
And then get mad when he put that stripper in that wedding dress.
Most strippers got big ass rings on their fingers and stretch marks because they had babies, so somebody had high admirations for them. And I'm not saying that they don't have any value. What I'm saying is, You can't change the course of people's life, man. You have to find people that's willing to start a new life with you. So that means as a man, you leave your past behind, she leave your past behind, and you start something new, you know. But the bottom line is, man, most relationships don't work because people look at it from a superficial standpoint, or either they look at it from the same fucked up perspective as their parents did, and it didn't work.
Now I can't talk bad about strippers either, because I've dated a couple of strippers in my past, but the reason that didn't last, it wasn't really because of that type of dynamic of I expected her to be a housewife. I couldn't deal with the occupational hazard that came along with it. Like when she would come home, the coochie smelled like hot dubs. You know what I'm saying? And that was, I was like, damn, every time she come home, it smelled like $20 bills, musty $20 bills. So I just personally couldn't deal with that. You see what I'm saying? So once you know your lane, then you can know how to
deal with it.
How to deal with it. Yeah. Now, if I was the type of guy that had a predilection for that smell, cool. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Man.
You ever dated a stripper before?
Yeah, I did, but I didn't know I was dating a stripper. It was funny.
You didn't ever wonder, like, why it always smell like hot 20s in this motherfucker?
Nah, she always smelled like fresh water when we got together.
Oh, she was a part-time stripper?
Bath and body.
Yeah, man.
Part-time stripper.
One of my boys got out of jail, and it was me and 5 of the homeboys. We took him to the strip club.
89th or something.
Yeah, exactly. So we hit up there, and we at the strip club. We having a good time because I've been to a strip club, but I don't frequent them because I don't like the type of women that how they act at the strip club. So that's not me. But we're there, and everybody's excited for this next stripper coming on, and then she comes on, she's dancing. I'm like, damn, that ass look familiar.
How familiar did it look?
Oh man,
when he had it last night.
I'm gonna tell you like this: when she turned around and she started dancing, and when she looked at me, she left the stage.
Was it your sister or something?
No, man, this was my girl.
Oh, for real?
He didn't know she was stripping.
Yeah, and she didn't want me to know either.
You found out the hard way.
Oh man.
I've never heard that. That's so
that nigga wasn't complaining about them T-bone steaks she was making.
But wait, he had to wait till she turned around to realize that was his girl?
He said that ass looked familiar.
The ass looked familiar.
But she liked you a lot because she ran on, but she didn't care. She would have just kept dancing because
fuck that.
It was too late by then.
Yeah.
She cared.
I don't know the feeling that I went through because it was me and all my homeboys there. All it was like I didn't want to tell nobody like, hey, that's my girl.
So you just kind of just chilled?
Yeah, but one of my tight homeboy was sitting next to him. He looked at me like, I've been waiting to see that ass.
That's your real buddy right there, man. That's a real partner right there. Will.
Now, what was that stripper name? Was it a name that you called her in the bedroom?
Honestly, I don't remember what her stripper name was, but I know that was the shock of the century because me and her used to have fun. And no wonder I finally met a girl that she was taking me out sometimes, taking us to go get pictures. It was too good to be true. Taking us to go, man.
Wow.
Man.
Package, you was in love with a stripper.
Man, that song touched me though.
You can't lift that motherfucker up.
Man.
Well, just think about it.
Though.
If y'all would have got married, y'all could have played that at your wedding.
Nah, man. It was done. It was done. I think she knew it was done too. She was like,
sound like a nice reception scene to me.
That would have been cold. Hey, look, the whole wedding would have been lit.
Coming to the stage. Coming to the stage right now. Y'all already know. Y'all know who she is. Y'all know her.
Y'all know her. Y'all love her. Look, get your dollars ready.
Y'all like her, but he love her.
This nigga standing up there in the tuxedo and shit. She coming to the thing like, give a round of applause for Peaches.
Man.
And all you hear is...
She ain't got no last name.
Y'all could have actually had the reception at the strip club.
Do you pack and take Peaches and her lovely ass to be your lawfully wedded?
Hey, that's not the first time something like that happened, though.
That's hilarious.
The next time, remember the girl I was dating, and then found out she did.
Where y'all had a reception at Stars?
I can't. Dead emoji.
Boy, loose women got a thing for packing, boy. He done went for a stripper, then, he dated a porn star.
Oh, my God.
Man.
You damn, man. Your choices, nigga.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you why they attracted to him, because he got that bodyguard appeal.
Yeah.
When they walk into the car with their buddy, they feel safe with him. He has that bodyguard appeal.
Do you think, in hindsight, is there any truth to that they might why they attracted to you that way? Because they look at you like Kevin Costner and
I'm gonna tell you
The Bodyguard?
What it is. I know what it is.
What is it, Caramel?
Because he carried water with him.
Cold water.
Oh my goodness.
Cold water.
So
Women love to stay hydrated.
So they can wash their ass or wash that butt smelling cash. Which one they got the water for?
See, you made me. For real, I'm joking.
And water good for everything. Huh?
I can't.
See, that's what niggas fucking up. Y'all riding around here with blunts and shit in your truck. Get you some fucking ice water.
I like your game, baby.
This water game is tight.
Smooth.
Y'all something else, boy.
Imagine what she'll feel like if you had Fiji.
That's just my luck.
If you had Fiji water in that motherfucker, goddamn, she'd probably be wet right now. See, and that's why we have a woman on the panel. Because, see, men, we think of the wrong thing. We thinking, let me give me some blunts, put that in the car, let me get some drink. All we needed was some goddamn water. Caramel gray, you done heard it. From a woman's goddamn perspective. Now, I got another question. Have you ever had a problem? You're in the bed with a bed, and he go to the bathroom, take a shit, and he come back and get in the bed, guns hot. How do you deal with that?
Again.
Because you put your leg up probably next to his ass and it'd be warm right there. You like, this nigga is guns hot in the bed.
That really happens?
No, it never happened with me.
Oh, for real?
No.
Oh, well, anyway.
I was just going to say, again, I try to choose wise.
So have you ever...
I mean, but you don't know, like, fruit.
Come on,
I
man,
remember
let me tell you something. This
girl, she was very pretty, very beautiful. We doing our thing. We landed in the bed. She said, I'll be right back. I'm going to use the bathroom. So she came back, and she was in there a long time. So she just got her ass right back in the bed. We started spooning, but it was real hot in that area.
That's called dookie love.
You could call it that. I was like, your guns are still hot. I was trying to be nice. I was like, you gonna just get in the bed, guns hot like that? You know what I'm saying? Because it's awfully hot down there.
Again, in the South, my mother taught me when I had defecate to take a wash off, baby. Yeah. Even out in public, take a wash off.
I'm a man and I know that.
Cool that thing
so
down.
But have you ever had to fart during an act of sex? You a woman, have you ever pooted on a man?
Yeah, I scream real loud like he was really giving to me and poot at the same time.
But he didn't know you because your shit smell like roses, huh?
Yes.
Stop.
Because I eat good. I eat well.
I don't know why. Yeah.
I eat well.
Eat well, your shit smells.
It don't stink like that, though.
Oh, you're a vegan?
No, but I'm just saying.
Okay,
when I clean my system out, when I eat lean, I'm telling you.
That's kind of delusional.
Like fruits, it smell like vegetables. I'm telling you.
That means you just got used to. You got too used to your own smell.
Have you ever smelled greens left in the pot too long? So that means that ass still smell bad.
Right.
Anything come out your ass.
It's no refreshing.
I didn't say it didn't have a smell. Of course it smells, but it's not like that.
It's a beautiful smell.
No, have a stench.
It smells better than just, a person that has lactose intolerant and they poop and a regular person poop, y'all know it's different.
You're goddamn right it is.
Okay then.
Because I got that.
My great grandmother gave me this wisdom, and I'm going to share this wisdom with you, America. See, most people when they fart, right, it vibrates and it make a sound, right, because it goes around the turd.
The science of the
Now, the silent ones, them silent whispers of death, I call them ghost shits. But they go through the turd. And when they go through the turd, even though you ain't heard nothing, you can just walk in a room and it's like a force field. It'll stop your ass like, what the fuck is right there? Mm-hmm. See, that's one that goes through the turd. Now, the ones that go around the turd, they smell bad, but not that bad. And they make a lot of noises because of vibration and that be happening because, they go around the turd. Wisdom from my great-grandmother.
Okay.
Rosie Shields, I love you.
Well, more room out than in.
What the fuck? That's some country shit right there.
More room out.
Yeah, they say better out than in,
So now, Caramel, because I'm really impressed with that show you guys have, and it's called Blunt Heads. Now, if somebody wants to see it, how do they see it?
Okay, you can actually watch episode 1, 2, and episode 3 will come out on the 16th of this month.
On what?
On YouTube. Just type in Blunt Heads and it'll pop up.
And they can just watch it.
Yeah, just watch it.
And your character, it has pink hair on a blunt.
Yes, her name is Keisha.
So would you suggest that the people that do view it, should they already be under the influence of cannabis, or
you don't have to.
Is this a show you can watch sober?
Yes, it's fun,
and it'll still be funny sober.
Absolutely.
So it's funnier high.
Absolutely.
You guys don't have any like hypnotic circles in between the characters talking to them?
No.
You should put them in there because when you hide, people love that. They like, look at that shit. They got some hypnotic shit. Yeah,
I like the voice.
Yeah, look at that shit. Hypnotic.
I'm such a fan since coming to you.
Is that right? She said,
Yes.
that fan.
I'm serious. It wouldn't be no Kevin Hart if it wasn't no Mad Marv. I'm just
Get
saying.
out. She trying to come back next week.
I'm just saying. Y'all can act like y'all don't know this man if y'all want to while y'all sleeping on him out there in Hollywood.
Well, anyway, enough of that shit.
I'm just saying. I think you're
She
great.
ain't gonna never go away.
I'm just saying.
She about to take your spot. You know anything about sports?
I do, but I just really,
But just ain't gonna put your ass in the Carolina.
She banning sports. Remember?
No, football.
Yeah.
yeah.
We-
Basketball season is
NFL
next.
Oh shit, we gonna have you do the college. The college.
You do know college supplies the NFL. They're all their players, right?
Oh, Hirsch.
Oh, I'm just saying, 'cause it's a lot of y'all.
That's from one stable to the next. You
Yeah.
got pre-pimping and you got all the way.
Right.
No. All the way pimping is in college because they making just as much money as the NFL.
They ain't getting the bread.
and the players ain't getting a dime.
But what I'm
I
saying
hate
is,
that.
when they go to the big leagues, that's when they already been trained and reared how to be good hoes.
Right.
Ooh,
Okay.
That's
That's
it's
what
a
it
change.
is.
baby. I like
That's
that.
what it
It's
is.
levels to that shit.
My
That's my
thing is you can't ban the NFL and support who's supplying them.
Well, I didn't know that.
See, that's just like see how honest she is. Look, she didn't
It's
try
a
to be
system.
like motherfuckers get the. Well, I wasn't. She just, you know what? I didn't know that.
I did not know that. But I still not gonna watch y'all.
You know, most people in prison went to juvenile hall, right?
Absolutely.
Okay,
It's
there
a
you
setup.
There's a
And
setup.
I work with teenagers. I work with homeless teenagers in Hollywood. I have a degree in psychology from Langston University.
Oh, really?
Hell, you? Yes, honey.
Mm-hmm.
And I work with teenagers, homeless teenagers, foster teenagers, and a lot of them. That's their background.
So, can you recognize a sociopath from their behavior?
Oh yes.
Give us some signs to notice, so we can know if we're around any sociopaths.
Well,
What is the behavior of a sociopath?
They're withdrawn.
So they keep to themselves.
They keep to themselves, or they maybe would maybe 2 or 3 of them that's awkward, and they all awkward in their own
Like
awkwardness.
they might hang around a couple other weirdo ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, because one of them may have more power, and the other ones are followers, and they need a leader.
What else?
They do bad in school. They miss school. The disrespect with the opposition or defiant. They don't like rules.
So how do you help them?
Well, I don't really work with. I don't work with sociopaths. I work with. I work with opposition or defiant kids. Just kids that are basically we would call
Hard-headed motherfuckers. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, do you believe in attention deficit disorder, or do you think that was just some made up shit to get kids on medication?
Absolutely, I think it was some made up shit to get kids on some medication.
What that mean to
build-
me is kids that just need their ass whooped.
Right.
Well, I won't say that. Like me, like I said, my mother didn't put me on medication, but the teacher.
Did she whip your ass?
Oh yes.
And when
Many
you
times.
seen that belt, even when you didn't get your ass
I
whooped, you
cried.
paid attention.
I cried before
Did you
she
not
hit
pay
me.
attention?
What?
Was you one of them kids that cried when other people got their ass whooped?
Hell yeah! No, don't cry, Jennifer. It's gonna be okay.
Especially when you know you was next.
I remember that, like Jennifer. I know you remember that when Uncle Bubba whooped us with the damn horse whip.
Especially when you know you next, because you know they just getting warmed up on that ass, and you crying because
Uncle Bubba
you
whooped
like, damn, they gonna be warmed up, and I gotta lay down.
I was the
there.
nigga that laughed in your face while you getting your ass whooped.
My sister Keisha wouldn't cry.
Yeah.
She just sit there.
That was me. I take that ass whooping like Denzel on Glory.
Yeah.
And I'm over there. Cry, Keisha. She gonna kill you.
The one tier, Marv.
I didn't even get one tear there. I lay down there because they get tired. And then, other kids who was getting their ass whooped next, they sit up there, because I was always a little fella. They like, well, that shit, maybe she ain't whipping him hard enough. I'm going to hold my shit too. And they try to hold that shit bust open because they get that they can't stop. Nigga be like, how nigga build up to the ground. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would love. And then I would try to interview their ass after the ass whooping
I can't.
because I knew they couldn't talk straight. You ever try to talk to
That's
a kid after
another
ass whooping?
form of abuse.
I say, look, what happened? Doing nothing. I go like, oh, you wasn't doing nothing? Oh, you should. I'm sure. They don't even know. I don't give a fuck.
Your mom just
What
whipped
you
you
got to say?
the right
It
way.
sound like
That's
a
all
new
that
rap
was.
song. It sound like some rap music.
That's all that
mumble
was.
shit.
That shit sound like some rap music.
Hey,
Ass whoop.
My mom had aim.
Like that situation in Chicago, if they had got their ass whooped growing up, they wouldn't have participated in that.
well, I don't know. You can't really say that about Chicago because everything I hear from people that come from Chicago, they be so happy that they left Chicago, and it be looking like the people who look like they just came out of a haunted house. You know, they just so happy to get out of there. Like, ooh, shit, I'm out of that motherfucker. And then you ask, was it really that bad? Nigga. That's how you know it's something real bad. When motherfucker won't give you the explanation, they just say one word. Was it that bad? Nigga.
Candyman ran them out the projects.
They ain't been in there since. Caprini Greens ain't been in there
Candyman ran their ass out of the Chi-Town.
Caprini Greens.
That made me not want to fuck with Chicago when I seen that goddamn Candyman. I said,
Did I tell you I met the dude that played Candyman in Hollywood and I was scared to get his autograph?
Man, that was some scary shit.
Yeah, he was creepy.
Look, I saw him. His name was Tony Todd. I saw him, and I was like, "That's Candyman." I like the movie and shit. I was going to ask him for his autograph, let him know that I like his work, and he's a real good actor. He really made me scared of the motherfucker. And then something right before I went up to him, some said, "What if that nigga really Candyman?" Do you
He
really
fucked me up.
No, I'm just saying. I said, "Do you really want to find?" I said, "I don't believe." You know, it's my little mind said, "But if he is," so I just rolled past the.
Back in me.
I didn't even look at it. I just rolled past
I
it.
quit fucking around with mirrors for about 9 years after that goddamn
Nigga, I quit
movie.
fucking with
That was a
Candy.
good movie.
I don't want to be around no more.
I quit fucking with Candy. We got a caller. Let's see what the caller is right before we go to the commercial. Caller, what's going on? And welcome to the lounge.
Motherfucking yeah. Sid.
Oh, what's going on, Sid? Y'all remember Sid from Sid's Sports Corner. What's going on, Sid?
What's up, Sid?
I say,
What's up? Who you got on the panel today?
We got Caramel Great, which is a comedian. She's on she's on a pod show that's called The Blunt Heads.
Yeah, I seen her at the family room.
Oh,
She
okay.
was telling me about it.
Yeah. She was telling jokes too?
Yeah, she did a damn good shit.
Yeah, she funny as hell.
oh, thank you.
And of course, we got the ghetto Googler Farouk, and then we got Packett with the sports and everything. And even though he got a goddamn Panthers hat on, what do you think about the Panthers, Sid?
So that's the guy that took my spot, huh?
Yeah, with a Panthers hat. How you feel about that? With a Panthers hat?
About a bitch.
Hey, Sid, his last week predictions was horrible, man, for that football shit.
I know.
He wasn't that
I know,
accurate.
He wearing that Panthers hat is horrible.
Ain't it though?
Who's your team?
He's breaking up. We can't hear him.
Oh, he got quiet. Oh, okay.
He's breaking up.
Oh.
He must be over there in Ladera somewhere.
He must be a 49er fan. That's probably why.
He is.
That's what.
He is.
Oh, yeah. You recognize that Panther hat then, you
Damn, you
49er
psychic?
fan?
You psychic too?
Hey, man. He got kind of quiet, and he's like, oh, that Panthers.
Now, hold
He
up.
said Panthers.
Say it now.
That's why I'm calling in. I'm calling in because I want to give big kudos to the 49er fan base for not showing up to the motherfucking game. You know what I'm saying? Because they sticking behind the boy Colin Kaepernick.
Man, they didn't show up to that goddamn game because y'all sorry than the motherfucker, man.
Y'all knew y'all was gonna lose.
That ain't got nothing to do with protesting, man.
Y'all got 3 points.
But with that being said,
Hold on.
the whole NFL ratings was down last week.
Now, do you think that's because of the support for Kaepernick, or do you think it's just really
believe
because
it is,
the
man,
49ers are sorry as fuck?
No. I'm not talking about the 49ers. I'm talking about the whole.
Oh.
The whole NFL this Sunday ratings was down 22%.
Wow.
So motherfuckers ain't fucking with them racist ass motherfuckers. They want to blackball a nigga because he just kneeled down and he did a peaceful protest. That's what I don't understand.
A peaceful,
But that's
yeah.
white people. That's white people.
That's right.
That's right. Well, thank you for calling in, Sid. And we're going to hope that the boycott continues. So maybe when the Super Bowl happens, we can buy some commercial time on the Super Bowl.
One day we got a Panthers fan. We got a 49ers
A
fan.
winner.
We got a Green Bay Packers fan. We got a Chargers fan. One day, none of them teams are.
That's why you're breaking up, and thank you for calling. Next time you call us, Said next time you call us, make sure you don't be driving over La Tierra or Ladera. because the reception is so bad. Thank you.
Drop off.
Yeah,
Thank you for calling.
Stop using cricket.
Whenever you show up, but we about to go to commercial right now. Thanks again for calling,
y'all
Sid.
have a good one, man. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right,
All right.
Big Sid.
I say
Big Sid, Mad Marv Comedy Lounge, and avid San Francisco 49ers supporter. We're going to have a moment of silence for him right after this commercial break. We'll be right back. Mad Marv Comedy Lounge.
Y'all act like y'all ain't never seen a blunt before.
The blunt heads are coming. The blunt heads are coming. They're hilarious.
And I ain't never had my guts spilled like that. As soon as I hit it, I choke.
Smart.
You know what kills me about Proposition 64, Bubba?
And one big happy family.
When it come down to it, we always got each other's back.
New animation series that you can't afford to miss. Coming July.
Thank you. That's so dope. Thank y'all.
The blunt heads, I watch it. I watch it sober, but the thing is, I guess I think watching it will get you high too.
I want to be a guest star on there. I want to be a joint. I don't fuck with blunts no more. I'm tobacco free, so I want to be a joint on there.
You're gonna be at a little ass joint with a big ass voice.
Okay, check this out.
Why ain't nobody hitting me? Because I'm white? That's how you want to treat a nigga in white rapping?
They actually they have a contest.
Paper.
They have a contest. They looking for voices right now.
Oh, well, shit, hook us up. Quit fucking around.
$2,500. They looking for voices.
You can have Mike Tyson be a voice of a blunt.
That would be hilarious.
If someone hits me, I'm gonna knock him the fuck out.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny.
I don't care. You can hit
fire.
You can hit all the rest of these blunts and everything ferociously and you know what I'm saying, with all your might and power. But if you hit me, I swear to God, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. I swear to God.
See? Comic view. This is what I'm talking about. Genius.
You can have Samuel L. Jackson be a blunt too. He, you know what I'm saying? He don't want nobody to hit him and shit because he's trying to find out who hit his blunt. Did you hit my blunt? Motherfucker say, nah. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Hit me, motherfucker. The reason you know you hit me is because I was the blunt that had bad motherfucker on it. Yeah, let's turn this shit up with some blunts and shit.
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but anyway, we so proud of you, Caramel, for doing the voiceovers. Look at Poet has got blunts for everybody.
Yes, honey, naked.
Damn.
This is how I like to walk around my house.
Okay, you blunt heads.
Wait for your kids to grow up.
This the real blunt head. This blunt head is the movie. These motherfuckers just said fuck the show when they see
natural hemp papers.
Motherfuckers brought the hip papers and they just said fuck the show. You know what I'm saying? Look at them, motherfuckers. It's crazy. But anyway, now we get down to the part right now when we talk about these sports and with Packet Sports Corner. And Packet, you have your own show on Morris Media Live as well, right?
Yes.
And what is it called?
Extreme NFL Junkie.
And when does it come on?
That comes on Tuesday in the morning time.
What time in the morning time? Because you know the morning time go all the way to 12, don't it? Yeah. What time in the morning time?
Let's just say tune in at 12 o'clock. How about that?
Okay, let's
12 in the morning?
Or 12 in the afternoon.
Well, let's just say he don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah,
but fine.
He'll be on my ass all the time about this.
It is a 12:01 a.m.
You know, like I said, when it comes to sports, he gives me the roughest time. And I'll be right.
Okay, well, what you got going on? Let's see how you did from last week's predictions.
No, I tore up that paper. I'm not, it was unprofessional of me, but I tore that paper up. Last week was horrible.
That was a good fucking answer.
Hey,
you know, honesty is always great.
Did anybody expect the Jaguars to do what they did?
Hell no.
The Jaguars took off like they was a NFL superpower. Right. And I was like, my goodness. Oh. And Sam Bradford with the 3 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. Minnesota is a decent team last season, but now Minnesota like they're going to be a force.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. The Jaguars, they lost their number 1 wide receiver. He's out for the season, ACL.
What do you think about the Saints?
The Saints? Trash.
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 How you feel Adrian Peterson felt?
Adrian Peterson, you saw him talking stuff on the sideline?
Yeah, I saw
it. Adrian Peterson wanted to run. He wanted to run. And he was telling the coach, just run me up the middle and we good. Mm-hmm. And he got Adrian Peterson ran 6 times. You
didn't hear what the coach had told him when he asked him that?
No, what did he say?
He said, look here, boy. You's going to do what I tell you to do. You want to run? Go ahead. You know what happened to the last boy that ran?
Toe got chopped off.
Toe got chopped off.
No, you guys are crazy.
That is hilarious.
Philly. I had to give them props. They look good. I didn't put them up there this year to really do anything, but that 300 yards, Carson Wentz throwing over 300 yards. He was out there looking like Peyton Manning.
What about Seattle?
The Eagles was going to win.
What about Seattle? What do you think about that Seattle game? Who did they play?
They played the Cheeseheads.
Oh, you know what? They showed it. What did you think about that?
Yeah, they you could tell they was in Green Bay with them calls that was going on. Hey, but you guys pulled it out.
Man, that defense.
You guys pulled it out.
The 3 field goals.
Yeah, but you got a guy ejected. That guy didn't throw a punch.
You just got to look at the history, you know what I'm saying? In the history of Seattle playing home games with us in Lambeau Field, they've never emerged victorious. Yeah. Like I said, it's never easy being cheesy.
Hey, but we're going to start off this new week, and I won't be unprofessional even if I lose. I got to put these guys to the test.
Either when you lose or if you lose.
No, I'm not losing anymore. You know, I
we're going to see how many weeks we're going to have been balling up.
We might call this Package Psychic Sports Corner.
I'm going to tell y'all this here. Just listen to them stats. I miss football. I'm over here saying right now.
Yeah, well, you're going to miss it even more while we do these picks.
All right, let's get to these picks.
Thursday night game, Texas and the Bengals. Who do you go with, Farouk?
I'm going with the Bengals.
Marv?
I'm going with Texans.
Okay, and I'm going to take Bengals with Farouk. You must have didn't watch the game. Texas got served by the Jaguars.
I figured the hurricane got them. They ain't going to let nobody else get them.
What?
Okay. Now, let's go to Monday night, Lions and Giants.
Oh, I'm going to go
with
Giants.
the Giants.
I'm going Lions. You guys,
I can never go with the Lions, so
And I'm sticking with these with these picks. So next week I will come back and embarrass these guys because they don't know what they're talking about. Sunday night,
we get to clown them next Tuesday.
Sunday night, Packers Atlanta. We already know what you're going with, Marv.
Yeah,
you got your pad on. Fruit, what you going with?
I have it on next week. I have it on next week too.
Yeah, I'm a go ahead and side with Marv on this one.
I'm gonna go with Atlanta.
Okay.
Cool.
Now let's roll with the Sunday night. Oh. No, let's go with a random game, Bills and Panthers.
I'm going to go Bills.
Fruit, got to kick it in there.
I'm going to flip a coin on that shit.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
This side is the motherfucking Bills. This side is the Lions.
So you going to flip the weed pack?
I didn't talk stuff about your team. I didn't talk stuff about your team.
He
But
said Panthers and Bills.
I mean, I don't know.
Everybody, you all know who I'm going with. I'm going with Carolina. So you guys got our picks, and next week I'm gonna bring that in. But to all you fantasy football people, you got some hot people to put in right now. Going for since Allen Robinson is out for Jaguars, go ahead and throw in Marcus Lee. If you need a running back, go ahead and pick up that backup running back behind Howard. They're giving him a lot of work. So go ahead and grab out Tyreek Cohen. He's a nice pickup for fantasy football people. I want you to go ahead, go grab him. Arizona, everybody knows their beast running back. He dislocated his wrist. So jump out there and go pick up his backup. Kerwin, that's the guy's name, Kerwin. David Johnson will be out 4 to 6 weeks. They're trying to get him back in 4, but with that dislocated wrist, being a ball handler, you got to have both hands. They're gonna mob you every time.
That's for goddamn sure.
And a silent pick that I know people are probably gonna think about is Kenny Galladay from the Lions. Caught 2 touchdown passes. That guy is going to be phenomenal because he has the speed and he has the right quarterback.
What about that little fella that was playing with the Broncos last night?
The little fella playing with the Broncos.
You know what I'm talking about? That served you guys.
The quarterback?
No, the little running, the little receiver, little small ass receiver. He got knocked out of bounds and
Number 86 or something.
He couldn't believe how hard he got hit by the kicker.
Oh, I saw the play you're talking about.
I wish I had seen that.
That was funny, but you brought that up because of Farouk.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't even score no goddamn 20 points, Marv. So I don't know what you.
We didn't fucking need to.
We had a good game.
We didn't fucking need to. So go ahead and wrap this up because we're gonna get out of here.
I just want since Marv brought up the Denver Simeon. I don't know where they picked that guy up from. That guy, he's amazing. He came in and he looked actually good. That he got to work is exactly what the point is. That guy. I look for Denver to be a force with that defense, and they got a decent quarterback, and they got weapons all around them over there with the.
Now, don't be fooled because I felt that too, but as I analyzed it more, I think Denver only played that way because Elway was present.
Because Elway was present?
Yeah, they didn't want to. They didn't want to look bad in front of Elway, so they did a little extras. You know what I'm saying?
But. In Farouk's defense, look for San Diego to do something next week. Rivers, old man Rivers is no joke. I keep telling people about that.
All I got to say is,
old man Rivers.
Now this is real. To the Chargers, LA Chargers, welcome to LA.
Hey, that thing named Old Man Rivers.
Well, I call him Old Man Rivers because
Kansas City started off.
He's old. He's been there for a while.
Your ass sounded real country right there.
Old Man Rivers.
Yeah, that's.
I sound like the little white girl from Forrest Gump. Dear God, make me a bird so I can fly away.
He still got it. He had a good game last night too.
Caramel, you sound like Caramel, you sound like you'd have a nigga take you to one of them expensive restaurants in Beverly Hills and then sit there looking beautiful and then order the scrimps.
Yes,
but last but not least, you Cowboy fans, Jerry Jones is a beast. But he's not even on the field. He got Zeke to play. Yeah. Go figure.
Yeah, he probably that's that Illuminati shit.
Dollar bill.
Man.
Yeah, he said 90.
The court said Zeke couldn't play. And later on that day, another court said, you know what? Zeke can go ahead and play. A Texas court. So we'll just leave that there. A Texas court. Texas.
All right, thanks everybody, and thanks for joining us for another exciting episode of the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. We'll be back next Tuesday. Tune in at 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and we have some special guests next week. We have some young black people that has a television show, a series is coming out. I will not say the series now. Tune in next Tuesday and get your questions ready, because we're going to have some progressive black shit going on, and we'll see you right here on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge.
Peace.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if the niggas still protesting at the store right now.
This is